Welcome to Fearless and Focused, a podcast for women who refuse to shrink, settle, or play small. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Casey Cooper. Together, we're bringing you raw conversations, real strategies, and the behind-the-scenes truth building a business and a life you love.
We're here to talk manifesting, mindset, money, leadership, and all the messy metal that no one wants to say out loud.
So if you're ready to level up with more confidence, more clarity, and more community, you're in the right place.
Let's get fearless and focused.
Welcome, everyone, to Fearless and Focus. This is our special social media edition. So here's the deal. If you are a business owner or you are in sales or you are an insurance agent and you're really wanting to grow online, this is the episode that you need to be tuning into. So welcome, co-host Brooke. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so excited because I love some social media. And I thought this would be really good because things change so fast in social media and online. And so we're going to talk about some of the changes that we've seen, some of our best practices, and then talk about our upcoming event that we're having for business owners, people in sales, insurance agents, a 4-day social media workshop. You're not going to want to miss it. It is going to be really good information. We're going to break it down today, like each day, what we'll be learning and what you will walk away with. So I'm super excited to get into that later too.
Yes. Yeah, I know it's going to be, I feel for a lot of high salespeople, like we want to cram stuff. We want to like craft core stuff, get it all, and then hit the ground running. So that's what we're going to do for you. We've had such good success with our social media pop-up classes that we host monthly that it's let's cram everything together, give everyone a cram course, you get access to all the stuff. So we'll talk about that. But let's start with some of the changes that has been going on with social media. Before we hit record, we were just talking behind the scenes how differently, especially Facebook, how the app has transitioned to look more like Instagram. And sometimes I'll be in, am I in Facebook or am I in Instagram? Which app am I in? Because they're looking so similar. So what's your thoughts on that?
No, I noticed that too. We were both like, oh my gosh, same thing. I'm like looking at the bottom going, where am I? Because everything has changed. And I think it's because Facebook is coming to be more modernized, right? It's even though Instagram is part of Meta, which Meta is Facebook and Instagram, they still are two separate platforms. And Instagram has been more driven as far as really building a brand and selling things online and getting noticed and things like that. And Facebook has not always been that way. And so now Facebook's coming around and now you see more sponsored ads, more things like that coming through your feed. So both are really good platforms to be in, to have your business in and your brand in so that you can be seen in both places, right? So I'm loving the changes.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just, and for me, I was thinking about this getting ready today, how much more user friendly the apps are for just the normal person wanting to create content. I remember when I first got into this game, there was some pretty heavy lifting on the creator's end to be able to produce a piece of content and put it out there. And now with edits and CapCut and all of these apps that are right at our fingertip, really all you need is your phone, like a good camera on your phone, and be able to talk and put yourself out there, and you can create and produce your own content and put it out there, which I think has came so far. And it's nice to be able to see that its apps are working in our favor, so we're not having to be very complicated on producing content.
Yeah, you make a good point because the biggest thing, especially for business owners and just we're all busy, right? So you're like, okay, I need to put this content on this platform. I need to go out here and edit it over here, and then I need to download it to my phone. Then I need to upload it over here, and now you don't have to do any of that. So exactly what you said, and with Facebook, I hadn't always liked their graphics, their fonts, the things they have. So I'd started over in Instagram because I liked all of that. Then CapCut had cooler transitions. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do part of it over here, part of it over here. So I think the world has evolved enough to be like, okay, time is of the essence. How can we keep more people on our platform? So now with edits, you can upload directly to Instagram and directly to Facebook. And it is a Meta program. And I'm loving it over CapCut. Have you used much of edits yet?
Yeah, I have. In fact, I told you this before that you started using it and was encouraging me that I need to get on it. And yes, I love using edits. I love, like you mentioned, all of the different options that you have on there for different fonts and things like that. And yeah, just the download. And even it's just very user friendly for not tons of transitions. Like I don't do a lot of that on it, but to be able to put some training audio with it and then add some of your text, yeah, I find myself that I'm using, we just mentioned this, like even for our VAs, it's just transition these for us, but don't put any audio with it or content because we'll add that in the edit apps and then download it right from there. So yeah, really loving edits. Use it at least a few times a day.
It's funny you said that because I'm always like, okay, I need you to clean me up, take out all the mess ups, don't add any font, don't add any music, like just send it back to me. And Jervy, my VAs, that's it. And I'm like, because like you said, now I put it straight into edits and I use their font. And you can literally just hit the captions button. It will generate it for you. And then you can just change your font and highlight it and do whatever you want. But you made a good point about transitions, not that big of a deal anymore. Remember how it used to be so fancy and, like, to get people's attention, and now it's literally all of the platforms are really the algorithm is really driving UGC content, so user-generated content, and it's just you being real behind the scenes in your everyday life, your brand, who you are. Have it talking head reels are back. For a while, they went away, and it was just words on a screen with some fun trending audio. So, there's lots of mixes that you can do, but now you don't have to have all of the fancy stuff, and it's easier than ever to get started on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that if anyone's listening, the takeaway today is that just start trying it. It's really, I think that a lot of people think that it is a lot of heavy lifting. It's super complicated. But if you just get on your phone, download edits. It's like a colorful little icon and start playing with it. And you'll see, you just upload right from your phone and add some stuff to it. And you'll see that you can really, it's so user friendly, like you'll train yourself.
Yeah. It even has a teleprompter built in. I don't like a teleprompter, like, I like to kinda wing it. I'm like, "Let me just write it down and then figure out what I want and wing it, and then I can edit it and just trim it up and cut out the silence and the mess ups." But for those that like to have a teleprompter, now you don't have to go to another app for that, like, it's all right there, so more time saving tools than ever.
Yeah, and let's just talk about what before we dive into our the foundation of our workshop and everything that's coming up. Let's talk about what are some of the equipment that you're using? Just user-friendly equipment. Talk to us a little bit about that and then I'll piggyback.
Yeah, me personally, okay. We tell all of our clients, like, they're like, "Oh my gosh, tell me all the things. What's your stack that I need to buy?" And initially, when you're starting out, like, you're not gonna know what you like and what you don't like. And seriously, all you need is a phone and some good lighting, and that could be in front of a window. Like we've said this a million times. But now, what I like to have a tripod. I like to have a tripod so I'm not having to hold my phone or prop it up, which I did for a long time. Like I'd have books and cups and I would prop it up. I'm loving having a tripod and happy to link that. I have a couple of different ring lights. I have one that clips to my phone, right? So it's small and easy. And then I have a bigger one. I have little baby mics because you can hold a little mic. All of these things are like super cheap and you can find on Amazon. So I've added these things over time. I noticed I was filming in my car a lot because the lighting is good up in your car, is it not? But I was like, trying to, again, prop it up, and I was like, "Can't exactly have a tripod stand there." So, now there's, like, these car mounts that can, like, suction cup, and you can put them anywhere and everywhere. So, I bought one of those, and that has been a game changer for me, like, filming in my car. So, what about you? What's yours?
If you didn't mention the car one, I was going to mention that because yeah, the lighting, like you said, is on point, and I love that you can position it in different ways. And for I don't know about you, but for me, like a lot of creative thoughts when I'm on road trips or whatever. Of course, do not be recording when you're driving. Pull over in a parked lot. But that's where a lot of my creative thoughts come in when we're driving or on a road trip and stuff. So I am loving that. The tripod, like you said, and definitely the one with the magnet on it. So you're not having to use,
Yes.
remember the old style clips that you had to put your phone in and clip it and then yank it out and you thought you're going to rip your cover off? So I'm loving the magnetic clips and then the little lapel mics. And really, though, it's the phones are so advanced, you can get away with just your phone.
Mhm.
Pulling out your phone and just walking and talking or something like that. Let's see, what else are some of my favorite? I don't do a lot of extra equipment. I just try to keep it
Mhm.
as, and especially with all the different like filters and things that you can do for lighting, that's probably my top three that that I always have in my bag and I'm carrying with me.
Yeah, and as much content as we do, people were probably ready with their pens, "What do they got?" And then we're like, we mentioned like 3 things, right? So, it's not a lot, it's super easy, and it's very cost effective, like, it hardly costs anything, like, less than $100 for all of these things, and I will upgrade from time to time, and then I have a real nice light at my house, like, I have multiples of everything because, I'm like, "Oh, I'm at the office, dang it, it's at home." So I have multiples of all these things, but it's only a few little things and it fits right into my purse and I take them everywhere I go.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, should we drop any more nuggets? Let's talk about just a little bit about, because I've been doing a lot of just trainings with this, is how important doing the, it's okay, we're talking about creating content, how easy it can be. So somebody gets on there and starts producing some content, but what you and I both see a lot of is they put it out there, but they're not driving any traffic or using any CTA. So it's just sitting there and it's not directing clients or prospects to where you want them to go, which they will do. If you tell them where you want them to go, they will do that. So I've been working with a lot of agents of just, hey, when you're sharing this to your story, also add your link from your stickers and say, get a quote here or different call to action. So let's drop a few little nuggets on some easy ways to get some bang for your buck. If they pulled out their phone, they recorded the content, they're putting that out there. What's some good CTAs? Because I know that you thrive in this field.
Yeah, and I think actually this is a really good lead into our 4-day workshop because we're gonna talk about all of that. So, I think we could maybe even just start what the days look like and then drop our nuggets in each one of those, and then they'll see what this workshop is gonna be all about. For instance, we talked about how this is for anyone that wants to get started or who has done something and they're like, "I'm not seeing it. How are
Yeah.
y'all doing it?" There is a strategy, right? And so people are like, "I'm spending all this time and I'm making all this content. I'm really not getting anywhere. What am I doing wrong?" Did you have a hook or were you scrolled by? Right? And what's a hook? That's something that draws you in the first literally 2. Used to be like 6 seconds, then went to 3 seconds and now it's 2. People are like goldfish. They're like on to the next thing. And then having your story or your point, like what is your point of your story? Why are you filming this? And what do you want to get out of it? So having that strong CTA. And they're like, okay, that's CTA. So what are those things? We'll dive into those things. And they're like, this seems like a lot to learn. This seems like a lot to learn. If I go out there, yes, you can do it all yourself. 100%. You and I did this. We did a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of money spent learning. So I think that anyone can do these and learn this strategy. And it is a repeatable process so that you're not just having to do more content all of the time, but having people that have done it before you can help you speed up that time. And that's where we come in. That's where we teach our strategy. That's where we teach you like the hook, the story, the point, the CTA, what different types of content buckets. Those are the things that we're going to talk about. And because a lot of people don't know what to say or do. So those are the nuggets of the initial foundation. Do you want to add to that?
Yeah, let's talk about the dates. So preface this with our workshop is coming up. The first, it's a 4-day workshop, but we'll break it out over 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, a Tuesday and a Thursday. So the first one starts on March 31st, and then April 2nd, April 7th, April 9th. We'll go right at lunchtime. And the cool thing about this is when you sign up for the workshop, you'll get those dates. If you can't attend them all, that's okay because we will be recording them, and then the replay will live in our big learning library that we've built out that's all things social media. And during the course of the workshop and for 90 days after, you'll get access to all of those replays and then all of the content that lives inside of our platform, which is so much how-to guides, templates that you can take and just remake and rebrand and put on your page, hours and hours of training. And we do them in bite-sized clips. So you're not having to sit down for 4 to 5 hours. It's once a day, do a 10 to 15-minute training in the platform. So you'll get access to the workshop, all of the replays, and all of our learning library for 90 days after the course. And let's kind of break down, Brooke, like the different day one, March
Yeah.
31st, where are we going over, and then the different foundations.
Yes. Okay. Starting with foundation. So there's a lot of behind the scenes. Yes, you can take your phone and you can record something and you could put something on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, wherever you want. But there's more to it. If you want people to see it other than your friends, you need to go make some changes behind the scenes. So we're going to be screen sharing and showing you like, here is how I turn on professional mode. Here is how you connect all of your accounts so that you can cross post. Here is how you can find all your messages in your inbox. And here's how you can do tracking. Here's how you can get meta verified, all the different privacy settings, tons of foundational things that you got to do. And it's a one and done. It's to me, I'm like, oh, it's the boring stuff. Right? Because I'm like, I just want to film content and put it out there. And but you have to do this if you really want it to be out there and get out beyond just the people that follow you and that your mom and your best friend. So we'll build the foundation starting there. Did I miss anything that we'd be doing on day one?
No, that's a good snapshot of it. And I always coach too that think of it as building a house. Like you don't want to put the roof on, the fun stuff on the top, then if you don't have the things below it, like the roof is going to cave in and it's not going to work. So the foundation, we're building the foundation first, which is your cement foundation, and then we're going to put some walls up, which is part two, which is all about messaging and strategy. So if you're saying, I want to do this, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post. I don't know where to start. I'm so overwhelmed. That's the day two of building those walls of your house. And we'll teach you all of that. Also, if you're also saying, I don't have time, I want to do this, but I don't have time, it's going to take forever. We're going to show you some simple hacks of how it won't take you forever. And then we'll start slowly building the roof of the house, the things in it. So it's one complete structure. So you're ready to go. You've got a strategy, you've got planning, you got a calendar, you know what you're going to say, you're going to know what equipment to use and all of that. And then we'll go into day three, which will be week two of Tuesday. And what are we covering on day three?
Yeah, this is when we're actually get into the fun stuff, like creating content and filming. We're going to talk about like best practices, how often you should be doing this, right? How long your videos should be. Because I think people think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to take all this time. And it's again, everyone is busy. You can't hold attention very long. So most things are 15, 20 seconds tops these days. And like you better be really putting in a long conversation on something very interesting if you're going to go the whole 3 minutes it gives you. You don't need all that time. So we'll talk about how to make things engaging. We'll talk about the best practices, common mistakes, and just get you a rhythm of how to film, what to film, how to say it, and learn how to batch. Batching is super important when it comes to your content. So when you film something, so here's a little freebie tidbit. When you film something, when you have that message could be put in many different formats, right? It can be put in just a post. It could be just one graphic. It could be a carousel where you say step one, step two, step three, and you're saying that on a video too. So you can turn one piece of content into several pieces of content. And I think that is the key to less overwhelm and time management because as business owners, as busy professionals, the last thing we're like, oh my gosh, we have so much on our plate. Now you want me to go film content too? Right. So what's my idea going to be this week? You can do a lot of the same content in different forms and nobody is going to know. Right. Because different people look at different things where a video would be pushed out more to non followers, a post is going to be pushed out more to your followers. So there's a lot of behind the that you don't know that we know, so we can help you close that gap and reach more people.
Yeah, and that's gonna save you tons and tons of time to be able to batch some things and then to be able to repurpose that and use that for things in the future. I always say this is funny, but a lot of ladies will relate to this. I always say this as like batching and then repurposing is like relating to outfits. So, you know, if you have this really cute outfit on and then a few weeks later you wear a skirt, the same skirt, but you have a different shirt with it or something, and everyone's like, oh, that's such a cute outfit, did you get this? And you're like, actually, I wore it 2 weeks ago, just but you paired it with something different and had a different kind of message on it, so it looks different.
That's a good analogy. I never thought about it that way. That's
Yeah,
true. Have your foundational pieces and then change them up, and then it looks like totally different.
it looks totally different and it has a new meaning, new vibe, everything. So that'll be 3. And then on the last day, we're going to go over which, okay, it's great. You've learned all of this. You're batching, you're doing all the things, you're putting it out there, but you're not getting anywhere. So we want to make sure that you are getting somewhere and you are getting leads because it's absolutely proven like this works. I was just telling Brooke yesterday, I had a story that I shared. So this was just it was a daily graphic. Like it wasn't anything even big. It was a daily graphic. I shared that to my story, my personal page story, and put my link on because if I
Mhm.
wouldn't have my link, like they would have just saw it and maybe thought, oh, that's cute or whatever. But I had my link on there. I got 2 households off of that story. And this is a cool piece. I didn't tell you this piece. One was from Wyoming and one was from Arizona. So they were 2 totally
Nice.
different hours and miles apart, but these households were from different places in the country and they came from a simple story share adding my link. So we're going to show you all of the little shortcuts and things that you should be doing to where when you're putting content out there, you're actually it's doing something for you. It's not just looking cute, like it's doing something for you and you're generating some leads from what you're putting out there and repurposing. And it does, me and Brooke do this all day, every day. And this is how we're growing. It's proven to work.
Well, and I love how you said they were from 2 different places, right? Because when you post something, an organic piece of content that you just post to your page, there's no money tied behind it, there's no anything. It's gonna find and reach the people, like the algorithm wants it to find the people
Mhm.
that, it's meant for. So it found those people that wanted quotes in 2 different states. So you never know what you're gonna get when you post a piece of content like that. In addition, on that last day, when we talk about how all of this works, we're gonna talk about how you can actually target the people that you want with ad campaigns. So she just did a story and it reached people that were looking for what she was selling, right? But if you want to target specific people, you can upload a list. You can upload a certain demographic and region or area to go after those people in specific places where you know that you're competitive. We show you how to do that. We show you how to all the people that have visited your website or clicked on your link but didn't end up purchasing or filling out your form or anything like that, how you can get back in front of them, those same people again and retarget them. So there is a lot to content and the things that you can do with it other than just having your organic content. You can absolutely get business. That's how we started out before we knew how to do ads. We were getting our business through just posting and having calls to action and talking to those people on the other side. I'm talking to you. If this speaks to you, do this for me because you've got to give them that something to do because people are lazy and like, you don't expect them to just let me go look her up and no, make it easy for him. And then the same thing, if it performs well, then you do that same thing in an ad because you know it performs well in your organic everyday content. And then you go target the people that you want with that message and you're going to get a better ROI on what you're spending. And let's talk about spending. It doesn't have to be a lot.
Oh,
Doesn't have to
yeah.
be a lot.
Absolutely. Like just the live campaigns that I ran is agents are and business owners are used to spending thousands and thousands of dollars per month to get some internet leads or some direct mailer or whatever that is. But this is a couple $100. Like you can fund your ad with $25 a day starting and run it for a week and it's a couple $100 and you will generate some activity. So this can be an easy way for you to start testing and see what works and what isn't working and what we need to tweak without dumping thousands of dollars into it. It's a couple $100 per campaign.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because when you start out with a smaller budget, if you see what it's working and you're getting leads, then guess what? Bump it up by $10. If it's still working, bump it up. Like we have a whole strategy behind that. Like you don't just come in and day one be like, I got nothing and let me just double my money. No, like not a good strategy to do. So we have tested all of these things. We have looked at our insights. We have done tons and tons the last couple of years trial and error on what works and what doesn't. So we want to help speed work past those stages and put you not that you won't still do testing because you will, but we can help you overcome a lot of those common upfront mistakes that we'll teach you in our workshop. So I'm really excited. It's got tons of value from literally, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have time. How do I be more efficient, to what should I say? How should I film? This did good, but I didn't get any clients. How can I change it? And then here's a message I want to get and target these people. And you learn all of it. And we build that house, like you said, from the ground up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's like really powerful when you can have you started to add your personal brand. So you've got that as a layer. Then you're adding some organic content and then you're putting some paid content on top of that. That right there is a lead generating producing machine. And I get
Mm.
that people that are coming in can get overwhelmed thinking, I gotta have all that stuff. But it is a step-by-step process. You evolve into it. Brooke and I did not start with having all of those pieces in place. Like it's taking us some time to test that, but we've done all the testing for you. We've got it in place. It's a fast track. I always say, if you want to fast track somewhere, find someone that's already doing it better than you are and get in their room. So this will be what our workshop is. And we're super excited to start putting it
Yeah.
out there and diving into it. By the time this airs, everything will be ready. So you'll just go to our website, letsgetsocialagents.com, and there'll be a link there that you can click and register and sign up with us.
Yeah, you definitely want to be in this room these 4 days for sure, especially with the information that we're gonna be sharing that we just went over, screen sharing, hands-on, a smaller group. This is not for the masses because we wanna you wanna like, "I don't know the button to push. Here's where I'm stuck." We can walk you through it. Everyone typically has the same places that they get stuck, and we wanna help you through that. And then all of the documents that you're gonna get. So everything that we've talked about that day, you'll get those things, and you'll have access to the platform, which is freaking gold because you're not only getting access to just what we did those 4 days and the replays for those and the documents that go along with it, you're getting our entire library of everything that we can't fit into 4 days because that was hours and hours of work. So you get 3 months of access to that. So this is phenomenal for anyone who wants to cut time and really show up online and turn that into prospects and leads that turn into sales. This is the classes for you for sure.
Yes. So we hope to see you inside the Let's Get Social workshop. We will put the link in the show notes. And then, of course, as always, if you have any questions or you don't know if this is a good fit for you, DM us, shoot us a DM, either Brooke and I, or the Fearless and Focus page. And we're happy to jump on a call with you or just DM back and forth, just making sure that it's a good fit. Because we do want agents that really want to take this on and grow. That's the ones that are going to be the most successful. So any questions at all, DM us, and we hope to see you inside the Let's Get Social workshop. Thanks for hanging out with us on Fearless and Focus. If today's episode gave you an aha moment or a reason to smile, hit follow and share it with someone else who needs it.
We're building a fearless community and we're so glad you're part of it. Until next time, stay fearless and keep growing and keep going.